What's up, y'all? It's episode 56 of the Basketballists. It's your boy Steve,
Ralph,
and we got a special guest today. Stanford's very own Aaron Wheeler. Thank you for joining us today, man.
Sir, appreciate y'all having me.
But again, we always want to support those who have come from the same roots and background as us and doing it at the highest of levels, and for you to be able to come on here to be able to tell your story and just talk about your journey, the love of the game, your thoughts on basketball culture now and things like that. We figured, before you leave on Friday, we had to make this happen real quick. But how's everything going? How's life been? Like, it's been a while since I've seen you,
That's good. I mean, just, keep taking steps, just working toward trying to play at the highest level of Europe right now. That's the goal. So, I'm home right now. I've been home for a few months, so just enjoying family and friends, still working out and stuff, tuning up my game, but just trying to take a little time off because the season over there be pretty long.
Yeah, I know. And we'll get into that because I think we talk about this. Like, we had Jonas and JR come on, and they talked about their preseason and stuff and like the rigors of it. Like, I know there's levels to it, really. So, but let's go back to you growing up, right? Sorry, I know you from your brother, your older brother, and my middle brother played Stanford travel basketball together. It's kind of crazy. That's when there was AAU wasn't really travel basketball was a thing, and then you were good at travel. That's gave you the okay to go play AAU. But let's talk about growing up in Stanford, being the youngest in your family, and if basketball lineage, pops and all that,
So yeah, I mean, coming up, my older brother, he was a good athlete coming up. He played basketball, football, baseball. So I kind of followed those footsteps. I never played football, so I was just baseball, basketball. And then I played baseball up until probably 12 years old. So I really wasn't playing AAU heavy back then. So, because I was pretty good at baseball, I liked it. And
what position were you?
I was Little League. I was playing shortstop and pitching.
Okay.
Yeah, I was. But
so was you tall back then or not?
Not so. I was a little taller than everybody, but I wasn't tall to overly tall. Like when I started getting my growth spurt, that's when I was like, all right, I gotta focus on basketball.
How big was that growth spurt?
I used to, when I got to high school, I started high school, I was only 5'11". I wasn't even dunking yet. And then each year I would grow 3 inches. By my sophomore year, before I went prep school, I was 6'7". So after my sophomore,
and the importance of that, just even that alone, right? We talk about with this day and age, everybody specializing so young, but you just said you were baseball, your brother played 3 sports that, and then you guys ended up choosing basketball, which made you guys better basketball players. But going from there, I remember this is the one I was trying to think of. I remember you walking into high rise, and I'm like, yo, that's
open run.
I was like, no, I'm talking about before though. This is when high rise, Drew just got
Stanford Athletic Club?
The Stanford Athletic Club just opened up, or they just kind of took over, and you came in. I don't know if Coach K was still there. I don't know if he came and worked. I forgot who, but I was like, yo, he grew. He's 5'11" now. I'm I remember seeing him this tall, and then next time I saw you, I'm like, so.
Nah, it's crazy.
But let's talk about that middle school age. What happened? Did you start falling in love with basketball more, or was it towards high school where you decided this is kind of what we got to do?
I feel like I always liked basketball a lot. I like baseball too. I was pretty good at both. It wasn't where I was much better at basketball than baseball. I was pretty even. So middle school, I think the first time I knew I was pretty good was at Dolan. I think I was 6th grade, and we had basketball tryouts, and I was the only 6th grade that made the team. And then I played okay, and then I think that next year in a middle school game I had 40. But back then I wasn't I really wasn't that I wasn't athletic. I really was just shooting. And I remember sometimes with Stanford travel, I'd play up and stuff, and I'd just run to the corner and shoot, And now my dad used to always, because he played in college, he used to always tell me I think he knew I was gonna be like somewhat tall. I don't think he would have thought I was gonna be this tall, but like he always used to say like I don't care how tall you are, I want you to be able to do everything, like dribble, shoot, all this. So like I think that helps me now, like kind of like having a growth spurt, because like I was a guard at one point, so I could still use those type of skills like now at this height.
Yeah, it's rare to find like your size and skill just coming from Connecticut. Honestly, like there's not too many.
Yeah.
You would call you, I guess, a unicorn in Connecticut. Like it's rare, but like it's really good to see you like flourish and thrive. Now let's talk about Pops real quick. Like you said, he played like.
He played at Manhattan, right?
Yeah. He started at UNC Charlotte and then transferred to Manhattan. Yeah.
Okay, and how did that help you and your brother growing up? Like, was he training you guys? Was he pushing you guys, or did he let you guys kind of like grow a little bit, or he waited for you guys to say, "Hey, Dad, I want to get better. Like, can you help me?" Like, how was that dynamic?
So I think he did a good job of like not overly pushing us, but like still he always supported us, like, cause he wasn't like, we would go shoot and he would just kind of like rebound and stuff. Like we'd get shots up. He wasn't like putting us through like crazy workouts. And he grew up in New York, in Queens, so like he used to, like, when I was young, I don't know if it wasn't like summer AAU, but I remember when I was young, I was playing with like Riverside Hawks. Like, so he used to take us to the parks and play just to like kind of toughen us up. And like my brother as well, he played I think Riverside, and then he played Lightning, or no, Wrens. He played with the Wrens. Okay. And then, I think I would have played AAU in New York, like in high school, but then I ended up going to prep school up near Boston. So I just rocked out with the Boston team. But I think that helped us. Like he used to just kind of just throw us into the, into the games and like just let us figure it out. Cause like, it's a different game in New York, like playing outside, different mentality. So I think that helped a lot.
Were you aware of like how good your dad was? Cause like I feel like, you hear from the older dads, like, man, come on, Pop.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, me and my brother used to say, all right, we get it. Like, but like, even like when I went to St. John's, like it was kind of like a full circle moment. Like Mark, like he played with Mark Jackson in high school, and like he came back to visit one time. He like heard my last name. He's like, yo, you Billy Wheeler's son? Yeah. I was like, damn, that's fire. So him and my uncle played in college too. He played at Yale. So, they went to high school together with Mark Jackson. They played with like Kenny Smith and all them. Wow. So like,
there's some lineage.
Yeah, they kind of are well respected in New York. So like it sounded like he was gassing when we were younger, but like getting older, like seeing some of the articles, I definitely respect it.
Yeah, I find that funny too, because like Steve plays very humble all the time. But like you go into St. Luke's and Steve's name is up there for 1,000 points.
Exactly.
And when he played like 2.5?
3. It was
3. Yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like that's still impressive. Like
sure.
You know what I mean? Like some people take all 4 years to get 1,000, and you did it, with a year short. So like I feel like he be playing it all sometimes. And then to go to Fairfield and walk on basically, and then earn yourself a scholarship, like you got to be nice to do that. Sure. Like so, I feel like he plays it down a little bit too, and like he be telling the kids like, nah, like I'll really bust your ass. Right. But like they be like, okay, Steve, but like I think they sometimes they forget a little bit.
They like, yeah, Unc. Like I'm like, yo, but no, and then that's dope, and being that you're the second in the fam. Well, first, before I wanted to talk about your height, but like, do you have height? I think this is what I wanted to ask. Like, is there like tall uncles
in
on
my
family?
Like, yeah. So I would say like on my dad, well, even my mom's side, my grandmother, or my mom's mom, she was like 5'11".
Oh, okay.
So I think that's where, and my mom is 5'9". So like the women are pretty tall. But then even on my dad's side, like my dad's about 6'3", my uncle's like 6'3". He has he has 2 brothers, 5 sisters, so I got hella cousins, and all my like male, even my little girl cousins, they're like 16 and 13 now. Like the one that's 16 is like 6 foot. Like yeah, she played volleyball. So, and then like my male cousins, they're like 6'3", 6'4", like pretty much all of them. So it's like I knew the height was there. Even my brother growing up was tall. But like the doctors used to tell me like, yeah, you'll probably be like 6'4". then I just kept going. Like I just kept going.
You're the
like,
outlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Like I just got blessed.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Doctors told me 6'2".
Yeah,
lied like shit.
I swear they be guessing.
They lied like
they just
shit.
Be guessing.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, yeah, 6'2". I'm ready.
Like,
man.
to be honest, that's why I don't take it with a grain of salt. It depends on like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I brought on like a sports dietitian, and she was saying that like the sleep, what you eat, and like all that stuff really, and then obviously some of it's like genetic luck, right? But you know, that's cool. But going back to you being, little brother, did that play an advantage? I mean, I was the oldest, so you know, my parents didn't know because I wanted to do sports. My middle brother ended up playing football, college football, so it was like 2 different sports, but like I went through it first. So how did that help your development in terms of just one, maybe playing with big bro, and then 2, like, did that help you guys kind of navigate, you know, I'm in Stanford and we'll talk about this too. I need to go out of Connecticut, unfortunately, to grow. Like,
I think Brandon like showed me the ropes, like my parents dealing with Brandon first, like doing the New York scene, basketball, I seen that help him. So I kind of followed that. And then, like you said, we both were at Trinity. He did 4 years at Trinity, then did post-grad at Cheshire. And when he went to Cheshire, I was a sophomore at Trinity. And I kind of just, like, I used to go up to his games and stuff and, like, see the competition. And I was like, I'm trying to get out. Like, so I think him doing, like, my dad kind of wanted him to leave early, but he kind of just wasn't feeling, he wanted to stick around at Trinity, finish out there. And like I seen him go up there, I was like, we could do, like, you know, we could make a move early. So that's what we decided.
Yeah, no, and go ahead.
So your freshman year, he was a senior.
Yep.
And so what was that like? Playing?
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice too.
Yeah,
like,
they had said too.
Yeah,
right?
they had said Tremaine, Terrell. They were nice. So my boy Justice, but I wasn't even on varsity. Like they were like, I wasn't gonna play. Like they were nice. I was still a little. I was small, scrawny, just shooting. So I was playing freshman to JV, and then toward the end when they got to the state finals run, they called me up. So I was just on the bench. I was practicing with them too. Right. They was frying me, and so that was a good experience because like that's I'm going against like I was about his height. I'm guarding Set in practice, Tremaine, they frying me. So that was a good experience. And then the next year I was able to step in. I started on varsity. It was still like Tremaine, Terrell, those guys. We were I think, remember Peace?
Yeah.
Big boy, yeah. We had Peace came in. So I think we did okay. We were supposed to be better, but you know, I think that second year Walsh kind of just let me step in and like kind of play right away. So
I think that's important though, because like a lot of kids like they want to go play varsity right away, and it's like you could wait your turn and learn and like really grind and practice and figure out your game first. So I'm sure those reps on freshman and JV helped you for that sophomore year.
I was gonna say I was kind of like I was killing freshmen too. So I was like feeling good about myself.
Confident.
Like that's at that point, that was like the highest level I'd have played. So I was like, oh shit, I could kill like this competition. And then JV, I was, not as big of a role, but I was still doing okay here and there. And then, so that helped me for sure step into that sophomore year, play varsity.
Yeah.
I think, the issue too now, it's like, I'm not saying basketball is like bad here, but it's just like, there was a bigger culture. It was a bigger culture with us, right?
Yeah, like FCAC was crazy.
Yeah,
right?
It was like from FCAC from like that 2008 to like crazy. 2015, 16. Like there was some real good talent across Connecticut in FCAC at least,
crazy.
But again, it's just you were able to take that freshman year and grow. I don't think we have that anymore because there's not as much talent. So it's like if you're a freshman and you're good, like you're just going to be playing varsity.
Nah, for sure.
And then how was practices? Like Trinity had, it unfortunately shut down now. But that was the place to go. Like I low-key wanted to go there because, Eric and Tevin were there, and I was like, damn, if I can go there, we could definitely run the state.
Yeah. My sister went there. I wanted to go there, too. Yeah. Like I remember watching Eric play. Like, I was like, yo.
Yeah, I remember.
I was like,
Eric.
Eric oh, my God.
Eric
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, what?
Eric
like, this is like, so I'm very like I was like Trinity. Like I feel like I'm gonna go there, but my mom had different plans.
I used to go to the games after like Stanford youth practice. We used to go to games. Eric Fry and Tevin. So yeah, that was I knew I wanted to go there for sure.
And with that, like, did you? I want to get to Stanford travel in a second, but like, did you have a player locally like you were like, yo, like that's the guy that I want to play like, or that's the guy I need to play against to get better? Like for me, growing up, like anywhere Eric went, I was going because I was like, yo, this is the guy. And like I was a different mindset. Like I was people looked at me, didn't think I could hoop, but like Eric respected me. Yeah, he was like he was the best guy in the gym. He respected me. So I'm like, all right, he respects me. He knows that I'm good. I'm going to go at him. He's always going to go at me. Like, did you have somebody like that locally here that you had either like not a rivalry, but like, all right, I need to go against this guy, or I need to play like him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he like 3 years older, but like just seeing Sed, like he was Sed was like the golden child of Stanford. So like, you know, I feel like I used to just try to do what Sed did. I feel like that's kind of who I watched. You know what I mean?
Like the handle. I mean, at that point, like you said, like you were a freshman and senior trying to learn what.
Yeah, and he's just so chill about it. He'll give you 50, not change his face. Like,
so nonchalant. Yeah. Like he was the definition of nonchalant before it was a
baggy ass shorts.
Yo, it's crazy. Just, you know, and I got to play. I played him my senior year when he was at Iona.
Yeah,
and
he was a
busted
freshman.
Our ass. Yeah,
he was going crazy.
Yo, I like. It's Trinity was honestly like very blessed on the hoopers that came through. Like
it was
to
a
see
generational run.
To see Eric, Tevin, but and then to get Sed, his brother. It's like damn, like. There was no fall off from year to year for a minute.
Before they got there, then you had like, you know, Torrey Thomas. You had Dave McClure who went to Duke. Like there was legit Rashad Jones. He went to UConn, or was he? Was that? Am I bugging? Or am I mixing up?
No, you a little past my time, brother.
Yeah, I know. I
am.
You
said Torrey Craig or not?
I say yeah.
But like Craig Autry.
Yeah, Craig Autry. Fuck, Craig Autry.
Just having that lineage,
that was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
And for a school that was like, you know what I mean? A school that was like not the biggest, not like very like.
I mean, when you're able to like, and again, like we weren't there, but like being able to be a part of that, like you were in a gym where Coach K came to recruit somebody. That's like yo, like people don't think about stuff like that. Like as a basketball junkie,
you know about Trinity Catholic.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like.
Especially around here, like you know, it's like
I think it's crazy that all that like history is wiped away.
Yeah,
like it's just into nothing.
But that's why it's like it's important for people like, you know, us or maybe even like the older generation to still talk about it. Like it's very important. Real quick, I wanted to talk about Stanford travel. Like, who was your coach? What was that like? Like again, like it was a kind of an ego thing where not ego, but like it was just like, oh, I'm on Stanford travel. I'm the best, some of the best players in Stanford. Can't tell me shit. Like, you know, but then you would go play Norwalk, Bridgeport. Like, oh, there's some other hoopers in Connecticut. Like, how was that?
Nah, it was fun. Like, and then I feel like the older team, I was like a grade below, like Jalen Lotta.
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Like they used to, I think, he didn't play with them, but they were like nice, like them. So, but Stanford travel was fun. Like it used to be an all day thing, like a whole weekend thing. Play Stanford U, stay in Rip all day on Saturday, then play Stanford travel. You traveling up the state, so it was a good experience. I feel like, you know, like you said, like it was kind of like some of the better kids in Stanford. So just having that privilege to play, it was a good feeling.
Yeah, no, like again, like we were talking about it on a podcast previously, just like. AAU is basically just travel basketball glorified, unfortunately now, and then you have even less. So you have less kids like that are qualified to play now.
No,
so it's like it's unfortunate. But
I mean, and they going far too.
Yeah, and
I remember if we went to like Philly. That was
right.
That's big. Now Philly is like a regular trip now.
Yeah, like that's
which is crazy to me. Like
I
had
a hoop groups and fit like
made hoop. There's a thing called made hoops.
There's so many circuits that you can just go sign up for.
The one in Connecticut really now that does like a lot of local stuff. They're called vertical hoops. So it's like it's based in like New Haven, I think that area. But like they do a lot of stuff. They go to they do a big tournament in Mohegan. So but it's a lot of like local teams. Yeah. So it's like you don't realize how many AAU programs in Connecticut. It's like bad. Like when I say bad,
I know it's basically like it is basically like travel.
Yeah,
basketball.
It's not like when obviously
it was like three main teams in Connecticut you had to play for. Like
I mean, it was Connecticut. Well, I'm aging myself. Like
CBC.
It was
Connecticut.
There was Connecticut. Well, for me there was Connecticut Young Guns.
Okay,
there was Connecticut Young Guns.
That's why you call him old, bro.
Connecticut Young Guns. I was on Connecticut Flame. That was a mix of like some New York and then a fair Westchester. Like it was me, Mark Ellis, this kid Max, some other people, and we got some kids from New York, and then obviously going up north there's some other teams, but like it was just it's not the same like now anymore, but so again, it's just like I wanted to. The reason why we're going down memory lane is just to like one. I mean, I enjoy talking about like those were like good times. Like when we were kids, like it was things were so much simpler.
It's different now.
It's
like a business. It's not as much. Like
it's not as everything is. I got to make money now.
And there's a camera everywhere now, so it's like.
Yo, we was at our boys' opening yesterday, and one of the little kids saw him because he was gonna do
bro.
He was gonna do a recap video to help promote their business. He goes up the road. He's like, yo, let me get a mix, yo.
I'm like, what are you getting?
Like for what? Yo. You guys are just shooting around.
Like open gym, bro. Like it's so crazy, man.
Back
like,
then, it's like, bro, it was like a privilege to get a mix, like.
And for me, it's like I think about it sometimes because like. I'm a regular civilian. I mean, I ain't played college ball, but like, if I had a camera at every game I've ever played, I promise you my highlight tape would be dirty. Like it'd be nasty.
That's what I'm saying.
Like it would be crazy. Like there was certain stuff that I was doing where I was like, yo,
you just make a tough move, not make the bucket,
or like you know what I mean. But like if I had a mixtape or whatever, like
so it's
you would have saw what I was like. My favorite player growing up was D Wade.
Yeah,
always my favorite player. So like when he was doing the windmill crossover, taking it, I would spam that move every single time. Like that's what I was doing. So like. Can you imagine me in sixth grade? I'm taking it over dudes' heads and laying the ball up. Like,
you would have looked like
I would have looked like something else. Or like, or like even I played for Peace for a little bit, and I had this one play where I stole the ball, wrapped it around my back, and then laid the dude. Like, where's my mix at? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really be thinking like that sometimes. I'm like, yo, if the cameras are like really on every time I played, like, I'm sure I'd look like some of these other guys too. But it's like, I think that's a discredit to them now because it's like. The cameras are always rolling. Yeah. Like me, I'm doing that stuff because I'm just playing. But like for them, it's like, oh no, the cameras is on. I gotta get to this. I gotta get to that. And I feel like with traveling so far and going all these other places and the cameras, it's like it's creating an environment of like show rather than hoops.
No, I think like the kids gotta just like try to keep the main thing, like all that, the highlights, mixtapes they cute for Instagram and stuff. But like college coaches, they could like see winning players, you know what I mean? Like
exactly.
So they just gotta stay focused on like, making winning plays and stuff, like, cause all the flashy stuff it don't do well in college. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
We'll get there because again we're just scratching the surface of your journey right now. Yeah. So
we're not even out of high school.
We still middle school.
That's where it gets started.
So let's fast forward now, right? So again, we were talking about you and your brother. You went to Cheshire, did a PG year at Cheshire, and you saw it being a sophomore at Trinity. What happened there? How did you, obviously, when you transferred, you ended up. You did 3 years at Brewster?
No, he did St. Andrews.
St. Andrews from Trinity. So I reclassed.
Yeah. So then, what was that journey like? You had the legendary. What's his name? St. Andrews.
Mike Hart.
Yeah, Mike Hart. So legendary New England coach. How did you guys get on his radar, on their radar, and then how was that year?
And then talk about the reclassing too.
Yeah. So that was like my sophomore year was like right around the time I started playing like AAU, and I played with Peace. Started playing with Stanford Peace. That's when I was playing with Jordan Petway.
Yeah, then that was the actual like good team.
Yeah, we were good.
You had.
I think.
Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
I wasn't on that team.
So it was actually it's a crazy story. So this is springtime when the seasons first started, and I played like maybe like 3 or 4 tournaments with Peace, and then we played up in Providence, and I was kind of killing.
Providence Jam Fest?
I think so. I think it was just a regular one, and then the next week was the Jam Fest. Okay. So we was up there, and I was playing well, and a coach from New England Players like came up to me and was like, "Yo, like we trying to like get you on the team and stuff." Mind you, I just got on Peace, like, and you know they Adidas, they got all this Adidas gear and stuff. Me and my dad was like, "Yo," like, and so I went over to Players, and it just happened. The next tournament was back in Providence. Stanford Peace was there. This was my first time playing with Players. They all come in the gym while I'm playing, like just cracking jokes. But it was like, yo, I had, you know what I mean?
Again, and like
what's his name was a little tight, you know, Coach K, but you know, like
we're gonna save that one for when this not on.
But it's cool now.
No, for sure. No, again, like this is what we're talking about, like understanding, like for somebody of a higher caliber. So somebody like Drew Gladstone, I mean, he was very good with that. Yo, he was like, all right, I can only get you here. You do have to go here to grow and evolve. Yeah. And I think the issue is like there's not enough people like that. But 2, you know, some people are too comfortable, like as a player here, to want to go out and expand. So it's good. It's good that you guys, I mean, made that move.
And so so from there with the Players, I don't even know what you call it, the president, I guess. Or the players,
whatever, yeah.
But the head of the organization, you know, the program, it was late. Like, so I'm with them. It's kind of like summer now. And my dad had mentioned, like, yeah, we looking at trying to go to prep schools. And I kind of started it late. And then he was good friends with the coach, Mike Hart, at St. Andrews. And they said he was still looking for, you know, a wing. And so it just worked out. Like, I wasn't even really getting recruited by them. It just happened that my, you know, coach knew the head coach there, so it just worked out. I ended up going, like, pretty late, like, applying and getting accepted, like, 2 weeks before school. So, yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, when you that caliber of player, I mean, you're allowed to do that. This is not a regular,
thing. Like, I mean, honest, like,
don't do that. Please do the steps early. Like,
facts,
you got to be really nice to get that 2 week
like,
notice.
That don't happen. Don't think like, you know, again, like if you don't know, Google and YouTube Aaron Wheeler highlights. Like you'll see why. Right. But no, and I was gonna say, like, who was on that New England, because New England played when I grew up, like. The guy from Connecticut on that team was Ant Ireland, and that's how he got Loyola Marymount and Cali. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. I mean, he's doing a lot of great things now, but like he was a dog for that team. And like I saw him at what was that, the one that was, I don't know if they still had it when you were there in high school, but the big tournament at the beginning of the spring at Rutgers, Spring Fling. It was called. I think it was called Spring Fling. And I remember I went there. I saw him New England play. I'm like, damn, why did like?
'Cause they got a Jersey players too.
Yeah,
so
Jersey.
Like
so we played.
And they're like the same color.
So
it gets confusing. Yeah.
I was playing New York Metro Hogs. This was like my last tournament with them because you know they didn't mess with me like that. But we played Miles Mack, who went to Rutgers. Kyle Anderson. When he was playing 17U as like a 15U kid.
Crazy, bro.
I was like, who's this slow motherfucker like killing us? Like they're like, yeah, he's only 15. I'm like, what? It was crazy. It was crazy. But like that's why I was just curious. But like New England players had a really good reputation.
When I started out, it's crazy. Actually with the first tournament I played with them. So not the first. So we played in Providence, and then we went. I think at the time they wasn't playing Adidas. They was like on the Under or something. They was doing something else. Yeah. But we went to like, I want to say it was Houston, and they was like, I was like 15 at the time. And they was like, yo, we got a few guys not coming on a trip. We need you to play 17s. And so we played Showtime Ballers with Dwayne Bacon and Corey Sanders.
Oh my goodness!
I think everybody was gassing up Dwayne Bacon and Corey, or maybe they was gassing up Corey Sanders. Dwayne Bacon gave us like 40. I was like, yo, who is he? Like, yeah, so that was that was my first like whoa, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Cause I'm not even in prep school yet. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like
that was your.
I was like, oh, this is it. Like, okay.
That was your introduction. Yeah. To like, oh, like this is bigger than. We talk about that, right? Like, like some people were some of the kids, like they're good, they're skilled hoopers, but like they live in this New England bubble
where they don't think they don't like know nobody else is better. Yeah. And it's funny. So when we're saying Jordan, we're referring to Shake. I know some people know him as Shake. Yeah. He's and you could correct me if I'm wrong. He's told me about that, like you joining players. Yeah. He was like, man, we were supposed to win that year. Like, man, we was nice.
Facts, we were
like,
nice.
He always says that. Like you leaving was like, damn, like we lost a big hit. But it's funny that you say Dwayne Bacon and Corey Sanders, because like me and Jordan, obviously we're in the media space and we record like home team hoops, and like that whole thing for us was huge. Like we used to throw that up all the time. Like
Corey would hit a three and nay like he was like yo.
It's so funny because like we were literally talking about like 10 minutes ago. You only got highlights if he was nice.
Exactly.
Like if he was really good.
So that's how you knew they were the one. Like
exactly. Like you're not watching everybody.
Yeah, because like that's home team hoops. They wasn't posting every. No. So it was Corey, Dwayne, a couple other, like, you know,
and that was only on YouTube too.
Yeah, exactly. You wasn't really
seeing
that. So you really had to take time out your day.
Instagram even out?
It was, but the videos came a little bit later. I was
about to say,
the videos weren't out until like 2016-ish, like 2015.
TBTs, and
bro.
And all that.
The fried photos. But those two names especially, I know that holds dear in my heart, because that's like that internet wave, like probably where I initially like subconsciously got the knack for like, filming and like seeing that content. So that's so crazy that was like your kind of like wake up call where like, damn, like dudes out here is nice.
Yo,
who else was on that team with you too? Like that people may know.
Yeah, I had.
Or even you can name guys that were nice as hell. And
I remember. You remember Ryan Murphy? He was on the team when I started, and at the time he was like top 20. Like we was like sophomores, it was only top 25. He was top 25. Thomas Murphy.
From Matt. It was Rhode Island. He went. He
got two older brothers.
Oh, they went to Florida, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was tough. Like back then, like that age, he was nice. Who else we had? Nate Lazewski.
Oh, yep, Georgetown. No.
He went to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. That's what it was.
But I think he's from Connecticut, like Avon, Connecticut.
Really? Yeah, I know he went to Northfield, Mount Herman.
Yeah. We had a lot of Northfield guys.
Okay.
So it was a lot of like Ivy guys. Tremont played with us like for my second year. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. We had guys coming in and out too. But yeah, it was.
That's the business. But again, that's an example of. This ain't news.
No, it's not.
It's been happening.
Getting worse.
Not for sure.
And money's on the table now. Right. Anyway. Yeah. But let's go fast forward. How was that first year in Rhode Island, St. Andrews? They were class AA. They're still AA.
Yep. We was AA.
Yeah, but I forgot when they transitioned. Okay. No, it's the same thing. Okay. When I was in high school, it was just A, B, C, D. Okay. So I think they were B at that time when I was in. But then when they split it up, they were AA. They're still AA. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how was that?
That was a good experience. Like it just, like I'm 15. I'm basically living on my own. I gotta do laundry and like figure out we had the dining hall, but like if I want to get food and stuff, so it kind of just helped me grow up, and then. Being at a school where it's like the gym is like on campus, weight room on campus, like practices are like more intense. Like I feel like it was just a more emphasis on basketball.
Right.
And so that was like a great experience just because like I was able to just like focus more and like kind of playing in AA. Like it was a great league back then. I don't know how.
No, it's still good. It's still don't get
so
it's really good.
Like we're playing some like really good high level players, guys like mind you like before I got into all that, like New England players and prep school, like I'm not seeing guys getting offers and stuff. Like I remember getting to the players and it's like, oh, this kid got Florida. I'm like, bro, what? Like, so like, cause my brother, like he wasn't like, blessed to like be getting offers and stuff sophomore year. So I'm seeing he went to Cheshire and was just starting to get love. And so like I'm like, all right, senior year, that's when it comes.
He ended up going to Bentley.
Bentley, right? Yep. He did 4 at Bentley. So so yeah, that's like what I'm like around here. That's what I was used to. Like, you know, later on, even said and stuff wasn't really getting much love. So like going up there, it kind of just set the standard. Like, oh, like this is like high level. So that kind of just opened my eyes.
And then let's transition to that next step. What? How did that? Oh,
before we get to that next step, you obviously seen Sad, right? You seen your brother, you seen Tab, you seen Eric. Why is it that like, at least for our side a little bit, like the 203 side, like really doesn't get that notoriety that it get? Because like you said, like you saw it. It's like, oh, you got to wait till like senior year to really get your to get your nods. But like then you go somewhere else where it's in the same vicinity, and you're like, wait, he got all this, got all this, and at a way younger age. Like, why do you think that is? Like, because I'm not gonna say like, oh, like they aren't looking, because like they are looking. They're just looking, you know, later down the line. But like, why is the further you go up or the further you go down, people are getting those looks more?
I don't know. I think maybe part of it, like when I was coming up, like even like in the Hartford area, they got CBC. Like that was a big like AAU program, like a well-respected. I think they played on what, Adidas or Under Armour?
I think they were Adidas at first.
Yeah, and they had guys like Chris Dunn and Drummond come through. So it's like I feel like down here we didn't have like a main. It was either you go New York or go up to like CBC or all the way up to Boston. Like I don't know if we didn't really have like a circuit team. I think that kind of hurts because like, you know, the circuit team attracts talent. Right. And so, like, even in Boston, they got, like, 3 or 4 circuit teams. Like, guys could pick and choose. Like, with the CBC, like, that's the kind of, like, the best talent up there. And I don't know. I think that might be part of it. Like, we're not really getting the recognition down here. Because, like, even me, like, you know, before I moved out, I wasn't really getting recognition. Exactly. So I think, I don't know. It's tough to say, but I think that's part of the reason. Like,
I just find it so crazy because it's like, when you do then go to those places, it's like you wouldn't. For me, I'm like, I always want to know where a kid's from. Like, I'm like, because if you came from there might be more of you. So like, I want to know like what else is out there. So like, I always find it crazy that it's like you can see like people, because I'm Connecticut over everything, over everybody. Like I don't care where you at. Like if you Connecticut, I'm repping for you. So if you got Connecticut at Florida, Connecticut in Michigan, Connecticut in Boston, Connecticut, it's like, okay, like I'm seeing a lot of dudes from Connecticut. Like, let me go look in Connecticut. Let me go search around. I feel like you really only get that nod when you do leave Connecticut. Even A60, because I know A60, I think compared to 203 gets more looks than us, but like, even them, they got to leave as well, too, to get, like, a lot of looks. I think
another thing is, like, even just the high school scene, like, if you think about it on a coach perspective, like, unless you, like, really, really nice, a coach, like, probably would rather go to a spot where he could see, like, a few players. Like, say, for instance, like, I was, like, at Stanford High or something and, like, just killing. You know, like, he might not – because if he goes somewhere else, like New York, he probably going to find, like, 3-4 guys, like, he could recruit, like – and that I'm not trying to say
I do hear what you're saying.
But as a coach perspective, that might be part of the reason. You know, like there might be a kid that's really nice, but like it's like, is the competition he playing or like I don't know. Like I think it's part of it.
And to your point, it's just it is the competition that you play, and again, I'm not saying there's.
It's not to say there's not talent. It's just like the overall, like it's not.
And it's a business too. Like they got to be able to optimize their time. So if I'm just, unless they really, unless they really want you, like, they're going to come no matter who you play. But like, if I can get to see, a team, like if you were, we'll get to Brewster, but like if I go see Brewster, like
I might not even end up liking the kid.
Yeah, like I like this other guy. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think with us, it's like it's just difficult. It's just a different time, and we were even talking about like our even in state schools, like the local ones, not UConn, but like why aren't they looking a little bit earlier?
They don't really be. That's crazy.
I think those sometimes are the craziest to me because like
UConn, you could scoop up all the Connecticut's. I don't know why.
But like even Parrish was playing right across the street at Sacred Heart and didn't get an offer. Like
till later,
to like junior, maybe what's it? Well, by the time he was already gone.
Oh no, when he left.
I think like right before he left, he got the offer.
I think the only person I can remember UConn recruiting a Connecticut kid was Steve. I think that's the last one I can remember. Yeah. And then before that,
that was like Craig. No, it was Doug Wiggins. He's from 860. He was there. But yeah, I think that's really it. But like I'm getting like Fairfield, Sacred Heart, Central Connecticut, these guys, like you know what I'm saying. Like, all right, there's some guys that they want to leave, but then there's people that want to stay. So it's just like why not?
Yeah, like Connecticut's not even recruiting Connecticut. Yeah, that's crazy.
But like that's what I'm saying. It sounds insane.
Like the New York teams, like they know where they're going.
Nah, but they kind of do that.
They do this. They kind of Fordham, Manhattan, like these.
They'll get some.
They'll try to get some, but like they do go. Everybody, I think it's common though.
But like when I was at Purdue, like 80% of the roster was Indiana. So it's like different. Like,
that's where it's like it depends on the state. Yeah, like Indiana,
but Indiana is like
it's a basketball state.
Right.
Yeah, that makes it different.
But you wouldn't consider us a bad, like, I feel like we got hoopers, like.
I mean, I just like,
what
would
do you
say,
think, like, is it like hockey? Is it football? Like, are we more known for other stuff?
I don't know about football. I mean, Greenwich High had most of, I mean, Cheshire has some OD football players too. Like, but like, we're not like, they're not, we have a
couple
kid.
dudes in the league. Like Canaan got, what's his name, Zach Allen.
I mean, Silas, Kevin,
Dwight Freeney's from 860.
Kyrie,
Dwight Freeney's from 860? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he went to Bloomfield.
I'm not. I'm actually not. Like, there's a lot of really good football players in the Bloomfield area. So you sweating over there.
OD.
I don't know why. I'm like, wait, is the heat on?
It must be, I don't know.
Maybe it could be the light. Yeah. Well,
if you got a water, you could drink water.
Yeah, man. Like, go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna.
We're not holding you hostage.
But no, it's like, I don't know. Like, it's really puzzling to me. Like, we were like at South Kent this past year. We were trying to get Sacred Heart. We had Central come a couple times just to look at some of our guys because they didn't have much going for them. Like they are a Division I talent though. Like it's not like they're bad. It's just like, again, it's the transfer portal. They're like afraid to like fully commit.
I mean, the lower schools is getting killed.
Yeah, and then you kind of like, well, and we're gonna get to it. I want to talk about Brewster before we get to that, but you were part of that first. Wave. When you transfer, I'm saying like when you graduated, you had the extra year to go to St. John's. But I'm saying like that was like kind of the beginning.
Yeah,
I was like the portal. Yeah, you know. But so St. Andrews. I mean, you can tell us why or why not, but like why leave and go to your next step, which was Brewster.
Because it was like St. Andrews was good for me, and I just wanted to like. You know, being in that prep school space, you just hear Brewster. So, you know, I had the opportunity to transfer out, and the coach was recruiting me, Coach Smith. So
he's a good dude.
I was like, yeah. So I couldn't turn that down. So
like we talk about lineage with Trinity. That's
Brewster the same thing. And I was actually just gonna say that because you just missed D. Mitch, right?
Yeah. He was, I think, 2 years. I think he was 2 years. Yeah. That team was crazy.
Like when I was in high school, like they were like OD.
Yeah,
like, it was
because he did what 2 years there or 3?
I think it was 2. He did Canterbury. Canterbury. Even I don't know if I think he's from New York, but you guys remember the name Chris McCullum?
Chris McCullum.
Yeah, like that's another one.
Yeah, they was at Kent. I remember my brother was because when he was going to Cheshire, he was visiting a couple schools. He visited up there, and he was just in the dorm chilling. They was like, oh yeah, this kid nice.
Yeah, Chris McCullum. He played for I think Rennes when it first started. Started, and he was like same thing, 6'9". Like kind of
he was nice,
but he his bounce.
Syracuse. If he didn't get hurt, oh my god.
I mean, he's in the Philippines, or
he's like into it.
So, but Brewster. So like Jason Smith, like how'd that go? And
yeah, that was great. I think that was like one of the best things that happened to me. Like, cause like, you know, at St. Andrews we're playing. I mean, we had like I was there with like Cole Swider, like you know we going head to head with him and stuff in practice. but like Brewster was like on another level. Like we had like 8 high major guys. Like you talking about coaches coming in, like we had coaches. We wasn't even playing. We would play like 3-on. He didn't even have us playing 5-on-5. Like we was playing 3-on-3 like whole preseason, just frying each other. Like
that's that's actually genius. I'm not gonna lie. That's as a coach.
We played We played up and down like maybe like 2 or 3 times. Like we was doing strictly like it'd be 3-on-3. Like you get scored on, you come off, other team come on. Yeah, just keep doing it.
And that's as a coach and a player development coach, like that's actually genius. I didn't even think about doing something like that because now everyone can showcase what they can do.
And it's the purest form of basketball.
No,
honestly,
for sure.
Because like it really is like, I mean, you know, they talk about like try and go offense and all that, but like that three men versus 3 men is like kind of what you're doing on a daily basis.
It's not OD help defense. Like you gotta learn how to guard, stay in front of your man.
Like even in 5s, you playing the pick and roll. Like you're probably thinking one helper. So that's 3-on-3 right there. Like that's like, you know what I mean. Every possible outcome you could have like on the court is basically 3-on-3.
Mm-hmm. And then so you get to Brewster, like who was on that team? Mm-hmm. How'd you guys do?
I know Sid was over there.
Yeah, my boy Sid. I was just with Sid, but Sid Wilson.
Well, and also I specifically remember you were also, that's when you also you made the move to Mass Rivals as well.
Yeah, yep.
And you guys were undefeated that year, which is, I still remember that. Like that was I was keeping tabs and I was like, yo, crazy. Undefeated. But so let's talk about that. Like you were a part of a lot of winning. And like you do, like and you know that's a blessing. Like not a lot of people. I can't say I ain't win a lot. So like
I ain't win shit.
So like you talk about like the chemistry. Like how did that go? Like how was the coaching, the talent you played with? Like just your overall experience with Mass Rivals and Brewsters and the winning tradition.
Because you didn't lose at all that year, right?
Nah, either or.
Yeah,
yo, that's insane.
Because Brewster, y'all went like 33-0, right?
Yeah,
that's insane. National championship. Yeah. That's insane. Like I didn't even think of. I
he didn't
thought
lose
it was
all.
1 year. I thought it was
4 year, no losing.
So yeah, I went to Rivals and I was with Mackay, Ashton Langford.
Yep.
And that was my teammate at Brewster too. So like, yeah, we was just running through the summer. We were playing like we was on Adidas.
You guys finished up in Vegas, no?
Yeah, finished up in Vegas. Like we played Zion when he was still like maybe he was like 15 or 16. But he was still not, like, he wasn't, you know, like highly touted yet. But like we was playing him, like, yo, like who is this? And but yeah, we was running some good teams, like Team Loaded Virginia, Team Loaded North Carolina, and we was just like running through them. And like we had a really like good team. Everybody played hard, but like you look at some of the rosters we were going against, like you would probably take them. But like Mackay, remember Beatty.
Then he sounds familiar, guard, right?
Yeah, he went to V-Tech.
Yeah, I think
them two was just, and Azar, you know Azar Swain?
The one that
them three was just carrying us, and we was.
He's from Mass.
Yeah, I think he's right outside Boston.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like them three, Mackay, Beatty, and Azar was going crazy the whole summer, and we were kind of just picked. Like we had a lot of wings, like me, kind of, you know, and then it was funny, like Vin. Like you had to play defense to play for Vinny. And like when I first got there, I feel like when I was with the players or like even St. Andrews, like people would tell me like, you're not playing hard. And like, okay, I hear you, but I didn't know, like.
You didn't know what it was.
I didn't know you wanted me, like, how do I play hard?
Right.
They was just telling me, oh, you soft, blah, blah, blah. And so Vin, like when I'm playing with Vin, he was doing the same. He was crazy, like. He yelled, chew you out on the sideline, but he's saying the same thing. And, like, it would be little stuff like somebody shoot the ball and I just backpedal on defense. He's like, go get the effing rebound. Like, offensive, like, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I kind of started picking up, like, okay, this is what he mean. This is what coaches want to see. And so, you know, like, if I didn't block a shot, he's yelling at me. Like, so it was just little stuff I picked up from that, you know, I kind of brought with me. Like I appreciate, like it was tough playing for him at the time, but looking back, like, you know, it definitely helped me. And then so yeah, transition to Brewster. I was going with Mackay too, so I already had a little chemistry with him. And then we had Sid Wilson, you mentioned, from New York. He was actually a year younger than us, this was my 5th year, so my senior year, he was a junior, but he ended up reclassing up. And then we had him. We had 2 guys that played on Team Loaded North Carolina, Thomas Allen and then Micah Koru. Thomas went NC State first, and then Mike went to Florida first. Then we had a guard wing from Oklahoma. He ended up going to Georgia Tech. Makai started at Providence, and like so we just were loaded like
straight high majors.
Yeah. What were I want to ask you first, like, what was it like AAU like for you, like outside of basketball? Like, were you guys like all real close?
And,
because I feel like sometimes like they're putting teams together and it's like, hey, everybody just show up. Everybody just show up, put the jerseys on. Let's try to go out there and win. And I feel like sometimes they're not like meshing. Like, were you guys like friends and like fucked around and did all that other stuff? Sure.
So like players, I was with them for 2 years, so I like built good relationship with them, going on trips and stuff. You know, I think I went to Vegas 5 summers in a row. So like we was just walking the strip, fooling around. Like we used to have like 4 people in a room and stuff. Like so I definitely became good friends with the guys, with the players. And then rivals was the same thing, kind of like I was there a shorter period of time, but became real cool with them. I still talk to like most of my AAU teammates to this day. So I definitely that was a good time. It was fun trips. Like
Yeah, and then so when you get to Brewster and like you're playing and you kind of like when you get the feeling like, oh, like nah, this team's kind of special, and then also like what were some of the teams that you were like playing against, and you're like, nah, like we like you said like for the AAU you was kind of running through teams that were supposed to be technically better or have better prospects.
I don't know. It just was like it was just a different like feeling in like preseason when we doing 3-on-3 and stuff like. Like bro, we was like going at each other like every day, and then afterward we dapping each other up, going to dining hall and eating. Like, so it was like we were competing at a high level every day. Like, but like we were still so. I think it made us closer out like off the court. Like we were mad close with each other. And then AAA like that year was crazy. Like Northfield was crazy. I had a lot of the players guys who was over there. I mean, I know it was like Nate Lazewski, my boy Chuck Hanna. They were nice. Then we had New Hampton, had like Anthony Gaines, Kamani Lawrence, Shannon Brown. Remember?
Yeah, I remember the name. Yeah.
New Hampton, South Kent. I can't remember who they had. I feel like
that might have been the time where they.
No, that was with Tremont.
I think there was a period where South Kent dropped.
They weren't great.
I don't know if they were there. It wasn't until Chills came back where it jumped back up to AAA.
Because they weren't that great when we was there. Yeah, I think they dropped out. The year after I left.
Yeah, Chills left. Coach Kelvin Jefferson stepped in. Then I think he left around like 2015, 2016. So I don't know if that might have been where the drop off happened.
But it was crazy that year. That's the crazy thing about prep school. Like people just be popping up. Like we played. I think they was at a mass. This team, remember Redemption Christian?
Redemption Christian.
Yeah, we played them at Brewster early in the year and like smacked them by like probably like 40 or 50. But then like they had dude. What's the Dominican dude that's in the league? Guard. I think he last was at Oregon. I'm bugging. I can't think.
Oh, he played for Lightning. Is that the kid you're talking about?
Yeah. What's his name?
No. Oregon.
Yeah. So he was on Indiana.
He was on the Pacers.
Yeah.
Sweet. I can't think of his name right now.
Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Dominican, right?
Yeah, something.
But like,
is he guard?
Yeah, he like 6'5" guard. He nice though. Like,
let me see. Indiana.
He's on the Pacers.
Yeah.
Oh, Duarte.
Yeah, Chris Duarte.
Yeah.
So look, like, so we were playing them, and like nobody knew who he was. I think they was talking about he might go JUCO or something, and Coach Smith was like, he was kind of psycho. Like, we're up 50, and the kid was kind of cooking. Like, he probably like 20, Chris. And like after the game, we was hyped in the locker room. He coming tight. Like, he's like, yo, don't ever let nobody get an offer off us again. We was like, damn. Like, he was tight. Like,
I mean,
like, yeah. So, and then from there, like,
mindset though, like,
yeah, and from that, like, even if we would lose or win by like 15, he would like, always be like, I got my banners up there. Like, if y'all don't want a ring or nothing, you're good. like, so he wasn't happy with us just like winning. He really wanted us to like disrespect everybody, which is like, he was like, bro, I want the coach not to want to schedule us next year. I'm like, yo,
I respect that.
But yeah, it's like that's
the
like that's
I want.
So it was crazy. Like, we really used to take pride in just like smacking people. And I think early on we went to, I don't know if they still got it. There was a tournament in New Haven.
That's still there.
Alberta's,
yeah. Honestly, one of the best things that they still keep in the area.
That was a great, that's a great tournament.
That's like, it's still big.
So yeah, we went there early on. I remember we played like Obi Toppin. What was that? Mount St. Or what was it at? Mount Zion?
He might, from Maryland. Yeah.
And like back then, I don't think he was even highly. I remember playing him in like the parks in New York and stuff.
Yeah,
but he was like
he was super late bloomer. They said,
yeah, he was scrawny. He was built like me.
That's what Matt Turner said. Matt said he was like, Obi's a day.
Yeah, that's like seeing him like, but I'm happy for him. But like back then, he was good. But like to see where what was he, player of the year in college? Yeah, it was crazy.
He was wild in that game.
But like there was
in the game, in college.
So we did that. Like, we went to Hoop Hall. I think we played Mount Verde, but it was like back. I don't know if it's still the same, but like we played like their prep team. I think their high school team was like the better one.
I don't know if Mount Verde has one now. I think IMG still has.
Yeah. So we played it with me in South Kent. We beat them. We played them. It was a close game.
Oh, so they still have one?
They still have the prep team.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the prep team and the high school team. I think Mount Verde had it. I saw it 2 years ago. I don't know if they had it this past year.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't remember seeing it.
It depends on if they get enough kids,
Right.
So back then their high school team was better than their prep team. I can't remember who was on their prep team, but like, you hear Mount Verde, I think we beat them like 13, 15 points at Hoop Hall. Mad coaches there and stuff like that. But yeah, that whole year we was just running through teams. It was crazy.
Hoop Hall doesn't do prep schools anymore. That's what.
Word?
Yeah.
Brewster's still a prep school technically, or
no, they have two teams. So
they're on the national schedule now.
So yeah, now with us, right? We just created a new league. So
the EYBL joint.
They're in their top teams in the EYBL, and they have their second team is in our league, the league that we're in. It just was formed this year. So it's like Putnam Science second team, our second team. There's a new AAA school called
So
Newman.
when you say second team, is that the prep team?
I would say, we're like technically a prep. Like every school labels it differently.
Yeah, right.
Like,
but like technically though, it's like the top team can't have post grads.
That's exactly. To compete in the EYBL.
Okay.
If like going back, that's why you guys played their prep team. So that's I think that was the issue with the hoop ball thing. I think maybe
because a lot of those were high school teams, like with them
and I know they kept it local too, and always invited like the local teams in Mass. So it's like if I have to play against this 20-year-old, like damn.
And I think they had like 2 different days, kind of like
the first day, like now
it's 4 days.
I've been going.
It might have been more than 2 days.
No, I'm saying it's 4 days now.
Yeah, I've been going for like the past like 3-4 years, and that first day is always like, all right, let's get the locals some love, and then Saturday is usually like the crazy day.
Saturday, Sunday,
and then Sundays is usually another crazy, and then Monday they kind of wind it down a little bit, but that Friday is usually like hey, come out, East Catholic, pull up,
facts. Because there used to be some Connecticut teams.
Yeah, they do. They still do it. They do a good job with that. Now with the season gone, or like you obviously winning, like how was your recruitment like?
Yeah, it was actually not. Well, because it's a different perspective. Yeah, but like, I was gonna say it wasn't that crazy, but
I mean, so you can say that
because of where you were at. Your level.
Because again. Let's say, I mean, there's going to be guys and girls that are in play super high level, and, your perspective is your perspective, so they can see it from there. And then others who aren't there, they won't be able to see it. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Like, I didn't get the same. I got no recruitment. Yeah. Like, I had to outreach to everybody. So
I had special recruitment.
Yeah. But, like, so just speak about that. Like, what went into it? Who'd you hear from during the year? How'd you know like this was the place for you? Which was
so that last tournament with Rivals in Vegas, I played pretty well and started getting like buzz from a few like high major schools, and I feel like I was gonna take it how it was, but like I kind of went into the Brewster situation like, yo, I kind of want to wrap this up before the season. Like, I don't want to have to worry about every game killing to, try to get off, or just want to kind of like get the weight off my shoulder. And so, yeah, last term in Vegas is when I think I first heard from, like, it was like Purdue, Pitt, I want to say like Vanderbilt, What's
Northwestern?
The one in Big Ten, Northwestern. So it's like a few like high majors now, and then we're doing open gyms with Brewster, and they're bringing in like Sid back in high school, bro. He was bringing in like coaches every week, Maryland, UConn, so they coming to see us too, and like it got to a point like I seen they weren't really like showing love, but like Purdue was showing a lot of love. It was like Purdue, Pitt, Northwestern were showing a lot of love heavy, and Coach Painter, he like flew into Brewster to come see open gym. I talked to him. That's my first time meeting him. I was on the phone with him and stuff, and then we set up a visit, and I just went out there. And like my parents have, like my brother like was a really good student like at high school and college and stuff, so they always like preached like education and athletics, right. And so like we went on a visit there. It's a big, like, huge campus. They showed a lot of love, like, treated us like family. Like, we went to Coach Painter's house. And, like, it was a great academic school, too. And I just, like, it seemed like a good opportunity. Well, I don't know if you remember Vince Edwards at Purdue. He was, like, when I first was there, when I redshirted, he was a senior. He was, like, the foreman. Okay. And, like, I kind of seen, like, how he played. I kind of, like, could step into that. And so I knew I wasn't going to play, like, a lot of minutes right away, but I seen, like, okay, I could step into this. They usually played, like, stretch fours, like a shoot and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I came back, and I was like, I think this is where I want to go.
Ready to go.
And I just committed, yeah.
And so,
I didn't even take another visit.
Okay. Yeah, so I was going to ask that, too. But also you said that Coach Painter flew out.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm like I said, regular civilian. So we had a kid, Preston Fowler, who ended up going to Brewster, and so to my understanding, Brewster was in New York because there's a Brewster, New York.
Yeah, that's right by West.
The whole time I'm seeing D Mitch, I'm seeing all these guys. I'm like, oh yeah, Brewster, New York, Yeah, they in New York because the people are like, oh yeah, D Mitch from New York. Yeah, he's from Connecticut. But like oh Brewster, New York. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like they up there right there. So I ended up going to Brewster for Preston to go like film some stuff with him.
I didn't realize it was that far.
And I was like, wait, Brewster's in New Hampshire?
Yeah, bro.
I said, wait.
Middle of nowhere,
I'm like,
bro.
What the fuck? I'm like, nah, this is crazy. So like when I went up there, then when I got into the gym, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, you see it.
Like, yo, this is where everybody was at. They was dunking and doing it. And mind you, like, you would think like, oh, Brewster Academy. I said, yo, the gym is a regular ass gym. Like it's honestly so crazy to see like
the camera.
It's the mindset of like
stands on the one side.
Yes, there's only stands on one side,
and people stand.
It go all the way up. It has a track at the top.
We just played them this year.
You see all the banners. I'm like, I got there. I'm like, wait, this is where it really was wilding at. Like, I'm like, I'm literally all the highlights is playing in my head while I'm there, and I'm just like, damn, like I'm in the middle of nowhere.
That's how it always seemed like. I feel like when you you see someone on like a camera,
and versus when you go, and it's funny because you were saying like when you was at St. Andrews, like you kind of had to like become a man. You're doing your own laundry, going to what's it called? Like I spent the whole day with Preston, so like. We chilling in his dorm. He had a test in the morning. We chilling in his dorm. Yeah. Then he went to go get some shots. And we came back to his dorm. They kind of was like messing around. They was like playing catch outside. Yeah. And then we went to nah. We went to go get hoagies.
Oh
at
yeah,
that little
the
spot.
gas station. Down the hill.
Yeah. So we
Huck's
went there.
Hoagies.
Huck's Hoagies.
Yeah,
so we went to Huck's Hoagies.
Baby,
we went to Huck's Hoagies, got some food, and then it was game time. We walked to the game. Everybody pulled up, and then like. I'm like, damn, nah, like this ain't nobody about to pull up. It's a regular, and then it packed the joint out. I'm like, yo, they beating on the drums, and I'm like, oh no, this lit. And I forgot who they played, but they smacked them by like 80 or whatever. But it's crazy to like think that like somebody all the way from Indiana is flying all the way out to New Hampshire to come see you, like, because like you be lucky, like we said, you be lucky if Sacred Heart come to see you across the street.
Yeah, right.
That bus ride.
That's another thing. Like my parents always say, just like go where you're wanted, not like you know what I mean. So yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah.
So Fast forward, how was your career at Purdue? How do you feel? Like, did it go well? Could it have gone? I mean, obviously things can always go better, but like, how did that mold you into what you were what your goal was trying to be?
So yeah, it was like, so even when I redshirted, when I was getting recruited, like he didn't really like mention redshirting. He probably had it in the back of his mind, but like, so he didn't tell me until like 3 weeks before like the first game. It's like, yeah, we think about redshirting you. I told my pops, he was dumb tight. Oh my, he was trying to call coach up and stuff, but I just took it on the chin. I was like, all right, I ain't gonna like, you know, just dwell on it. I'm gonna try to get better, get my weight up, because that's something I needed to do. And so, like, I feel like the year did go by quick, though, when I redshirted, but I'm still practicing, you know what I mean? Like, getting good reps. I told you, like, Vince Edwards was, like, my position. I'm going against him every day. You know, he's getting me better and stuff like that. And, like, the team was nice, too. Like, and it was just cool. Like you said, in high school, I was winning, but, like, I came into another program that was, like, winning right away. Like, they were, I think that year we lost in the Sweet 16, Texas Tech. We should have won the Big Ten that year too, but they sold it. I be getting on them. Yeah, so the redshirt year, it was tough, but, you know, I think I got better, I got stronger, and then I came in that next year, you know, kind of hungry, ready to prove myself. And it's crazy because Carson Edwards, I think that year, he went into the draft, you know, did some workouts. I remember he came back to like a summer workout or something. Like he walked in the gym, was like, yo, this all we got? Like joking, but like low-key shit, like, because like on paper we kind of looked underwhelming. It was literally Carson, remember Ryan Klein, Matt Harms, the footer. We had Grady Eifert, who used to be a walk-on, but he was starting. And then No Joe Eastern. He actually I came into school with him, but he didn't redshirt, so he played that first year. So like that was our 5, and then the bench was like all freshmen. It was me, I redshirted, but it was me, my other guy that redshirted, Sasha, the shooter, Eric Hunter, and then Travion Williams. And then we had Evan Boudreau was playing. He came from Dartmouth. He was playing a little in the beginning of the season, but like our whole bench was freshmen, and then we just had it like Carson, Klein, and then kind of like some filler pieces. Like, but like that team, like we went to the elite. We really should have went Final Four that year. We lost to Virginia, but that team was like special just because everybody just bought into their roles. Like we knew Carson and Klein was gonna get them up, but everybody was either like, you know, playing defense, grabbing offensive rebounds, kicking it out. Like our defense was crazy. So like it taught me like just, you know, like obviously you want to have your individual stats and stuff, but like on special teams, like everybody gonna buy into a role and stuff. So, and then the next, I played 2 more.
Before you get to that next, talk about like what it looked like seeing Carson Edwards. Like, you know what I mean? Because like we said, like you've seen some talent like all throughout your career, like even from Trinity all the way to Purdue now. Like what was that like? Because I it's funny when people like see pros early, and he's a pro. Like regardless if the NBA stint didn't like a pro is a pro. Like you're a pro as well. Like so you know what I'm saying? Like seeing a pro up close and seeing a year that he had like that. Like what did that look like as a teammate, but also as a fan of the game?
I mean I seen it when I was redshirting too. Like I think he was a sophomore that year, but like the team he was on was like all like pretty much seniors, and he just don't care. Like he just was come in and just like act like this was his team type. Like which is like that's why he's at where he's at though, because he just got that like you could drop on any court and he think he the best player. Like he playing with Tatum, he like, why they running me to the corner? I'm like, bro, chill. Like, but like his mindset is why he is where like you know where he's at. And so like I seen it freshman year, like we had a lot of senior guys, like established players. And, like, he would just come in, like, chucking to the point where coach was like, yo, you got to chill. And then that next year, he just had full reign. Coach was still, like, trying to – like, he would get it. I love it because I get a rebound outlet to him. And I know he just going to, like, push it. Like, he going to push it. attract 4 people. I'll just come in, get a tip dunk or something. And so, like, we were just playing off his energy. Like, you know, coach would be on the sideline, like, Jay, slow down. Yeah. But he just, like, but you, the type of player like that, you just got to take it. Like he, you know, the good is going to outweigh the bad. Like, he's going to do some dumb shit, but, like, what he does, like, is, you know, he puts the ball up. Yeah. Like, so, that was great to see. It was fun playing with him.
And, yeah, I remember when you just said that, as like, you know, I think you see that, like, because you guys aren't, quote unquote, like a traditional, more of a transition team.
Yeah, so exactly.
He was always looking to.
Yeah, coach would run the clock down, run them sets. He like, nah, we out. Like, yeah.
But no, let's go and then go forward, like how your role evolved and like what were conversations like. I'm not saying you got to go into all conversations, but like just giving insight at a high level, like what you had to deal with outside of balancing like the rigors of playing with Big Ten. Like it's a lot, but like just to give people insight, like how'd your role develop? What did you have to do to get better? What did you have to do for the coach and the team?
Yeah, so like with Coach Painter, he's like very he's a great coach, by the way, but like he's very like I feel like from where I was there and kind of still watching, it's like 1 or 2 guys got like the green light and they've earned it too.
Right.
But, and the rest of the guys are kind of like role players. Like that's kind of how it works at high level basketball. And so like my role was, you know, getting offensive rebounds, knocking down open shots, getting out in transition, dunking the ball and stuff. And so like first year, I thought that was probably my best year. My like redshirt freshman year, we went to Elite 8. I thought that was my best year. Shot the ball well, brought good energy off the bench. You know, I was only playing like maybe like 12, 13 minutes a game, but like average like maybe 5 points. And then the next year, I feel like I was stepping into a bigger role, and it just happened. I just wasn't shooting the ball well, and like I wasn't getting 5 threes a game. I would maybe get 2, maybe 3, and like so like it's on me too. But like I guess he could have gave me a little more leash to like be creative, but it was just like when I got into a slump, I didn't really know how to get out of it because I didn't have the luxury of getting 7-8 shots up a game. So like it was like I missed that first one. I might come out and not come in second half. So
that'd be some shit though.
Yeah, like, so it gets to your like it gets to your mental, but like I think I, you know, did the best I could in that situation where like come my last year there, like I was like in high school, I ain't play no defense, like, and so it got to a point I'm learning like, all right, how can I get on the floor, like, or even if I'm not making shots, you know, I still like knock a couple in, but it was like I wasn't shooting like up to my standard, and so I was able to get to a point where like I was like making hustle plays where he had to keep me on the court as like for a certain amount of time, getting rebounds and stuff. So like, you know, I wasn't the best, you know, I didn't have the best career or numbers there, but I definitely think it helped me, you know, later, like now in my career, like learning how to make winning plays and play with better guys and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't the worst thing.
Yeah. So how did you try, or how did you successfully get out of your shooting slump and like out of your head? Like what were some of the practices that you were doing to try to like, you know, like you know, get out of that?
Yeah, it was like we had a GA, my boy Joey Brooks. Like it was a like he would put me through a drill where like we would do a workout, then he would have me just sit on the side, like sit on a chair on the side for like 5-10 minutes, and he'd be like, all right, bet, let's get 20 up. Like so like I get used to like getting cold. Like, you know, sitting on the bench for extended. So we used to do that. I mean, it was just like, that's the thing. Like I never stopped getting up reps, and in practice I'm shooting a pill, but like it just was like maybe I think it was just mental me too.
Were you doing anything off the court to try to like
clear
your mind? That's what I mean, because like when we had Jonas on, he was saying that like they a sports psychologist come in and like have a talk, and it was like impromptu. But then he was like, "Yo, I want this." Yeah. So like, was there anything off the court?
And I want to say this was before too. Like it really was like
prevalent and
mental
like
health.
Everybody. So like that's why I've mentioned
preaches
this
all the time. I'm on it now. Like I really do be trying to like figure out people's mentals and like what.
Nah, I wasn't really tapped into it. Like I'll be honest. I think my brother, my therapist, I just call him and be like I used to just call him, was just venting. Like, we bounce stuff off each other. So like, you know, talk like I feel like my family, like I got a good support system, so they always kept me grounded where I could talk to them about what I'm going through and stuff. But yeah, I never really, I mean, I respect it. I just never felt the need or like to go out and seek like a sports psychologist. I'm sure it's beneficial, but you know, I got a good support system where I could like, they kind of like my therapist to an extent.
Absolutely.
Like, as long as you got some, you know, I feel
it's not a not trying or nothing. It's just like, you know, some people really don't even just,
you gotta at least if you get it out, I think you can't just internalize everything. So
because part of it, I know you was like, yo, like what the fuck? I know I could shoot.
Facts,
like, fuck is going on? Like there's no way I'm missing. Like I know like the internal head.
And like my brother, like that's my big brother, so he's like, yo, bro, you just gotta figure it out. Then it like got to a point, he's like, yo, nah, you're not bugging, bro. Like, you might have to get out of there. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not going crazy. Like, cause it just got to a point, like I thought I made the most of the situation.
Absolutely.
But it was just like so I graduated from Purdue. I did 4 years, and so I was a grad transfer, and I could have came back, and so I basically had to put my name in the portal, and like I could have came back, but I just was like, bro, I don't see this being beneficial for either party. Like, I'm not like I'm not gonna be a star player here with the extra 5th year, and it's not really gonna help my career. Like, I was looking at it like, yo, I'm trying to play pro. Like, I need to put something on my resume. Like, I can't just get carried to the pros by saying I went to Purdue. So like, I was like, yo, I got to go somewhere where I could like have a bigger role, you know, show myself I could still hoop, like, and stuff like that, get my confidence back. So that was my thinking with that. Like, I just like.
And so going with that, so like, what did you see with St. John's to make that commitment?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. So like when Mike Anderson, my coach at St. John's, he was at Arkansas when I was at Brewster, and he was pulling up and was showing love. But he kind of came in a little late, like after I was already kind of messing with Purdue, and I don't like. And maybe it worked out because I think he left like maybe a year into my college career, so I would have had a new coach. But like he had some pros there, like Bobby Portis.
Yep. Ronnie Brewer, no?
Maybe.
That was probably before you guys, but like I think Ronnie Brewer was there. He was in the league for like
Bobby's a Arkansas guy too, right?
What's the dude on OKC? Come off the Isaiah Joe. He was over there.
Isaiah Joe
he was at Arkansas with them. He had a couple dudes. So like, I already had a relation. Like, he's a great dude. Like, I had a relationship with him, and then I go into the portal, and honestly, I was getting some high major love. I remember Shaka called me when he was at Texas, and I would have slid to Texas in a heartbeat, like KD. And so like, but I think maybe one of his assistants called me. They were at Texas, and then we had talked. He's like, yeah, we're gonna set up a call with Shaka, and like that, I didn't hear from them for like a few days, and my dad was like, oh, it's quiet, like, you know, they're not really. Yeah. And then comes out like a week later, he go to Marquette. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, he was in between. And then I think I was thinking about going to Vanderbilt at good academic school as well.
Really good academic school.
Pitt was in the mix again. And then it was a lot of like I was getting recruited heavy in high school by Florida Gulf Coast. I'm tight. I never took a visit there, by the way, but I'm still
probably would have liked it. Honestly.
Yeah, for sure. That's right on the beach. But so they came into the mix again when I was in the portal. I had a lot of like mid majors, like a lot of teams in the Northeast. Like even the Connecticut schools like Quinnipiac, Sacred Heart, Fairfield there. And then it got to, because I feel even it's worse now, but like the portal's so crazy. I feel like sometimes coaches be missing names that's in the portal. And something happened where I don't know, somebody like reached out to one of the assistants at St. John's or something like that and said I was in the portal, Van Macon, And Van know my dad, like they both from New York. And so Van called up my dad. He was like, yo, your son in the portal? And then like the same day, Mike Anderson called him up and we got on a call. And then like maybe took like 2-3 days. I was like, yeah, I'm going here.
So what year is this? So
this is 21.
2021?
Yeah. Yeah. 2021. Yeah.
Funny enough, I was at St. John's, but I had transferred already to Southern, so I missed you.
Chris was there too, right?
Yeah, Chris was there too. I was so excited.
Everybody knew left St. John's when I got there.
Bro, I was so excited. I'm like, okay, like yeah, like I'm like, yo, they getting, but I was already on the way out. But I was still rooting from afar. I'm like, yeah, like I still root to St. John's to this day. Yeah. Like the other day, I was at a shoot with Rick Pitino. And chopping it up with him, and I'm telling him like, yo, like, you know what I mean, Johnny's look good this year, bro. We about to, you know what I mean? So I was always rooting. So I just wish that we would have crossed paths a little earlier, because like I was there for Mullen, I think my first two, I think.
Like Mustafa was there?
Yeah, Mustafa. I think Mustafa was my last year there.
They had, what's his name, lefty guard?
Samori Pons. They had Marcus Levette too.
Marcus Levette.
So they had them. They had like Ali Begovic. They had a bunch of dudes. So like St. John's for me, like when I seen you was going there, I said, "Oh man, that's the best of both worlds."
And the crazy thing is, like everybody asked me, like, "Oh, you grew up a UConn fan?" Like I was like, "Bro, we basically like in New York, so like."
They don't know that.
Yeah, like,
they don't know that.
UConn is there. It's like 2 hours from us. Like
that was one of the craziest things for me. Like that people in New York didn't understand that the geography of Connecticut is like I'm actually closer to. Like I would tell people like, yo, you know, it takes me 1:30 to get to UConn. It takes me 45 minutes to get to Queens.
Bro, and people like ask me. I mean, maybe do better, but like they'll ask me about stuff over New Haven, and I just don't. I'm not like familiar with the area. Like the ASIC, so I'm really not familiar.
But like Connecticut is small enough where people were like, it doesn't make sense to them, but it's also big enough.
Up there is huge. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like there's so many things. Like when I started working with Steve and getting to know his players and going to I couldn't understand for the life of me why 3 different locations, all in the A60, all 1:30. But then if you tried to go from there to here, that's still another like 45, 50. I'm like one time I went to NFA. It was like 1:30. I went to East Catholic, 1:30. I went to Bloomfield, 1:30. I'm like, yo, none of these is close. Like, what's going on? But if I were to go from like all those spots to each other, it's another like 45 to get. People don't realize how big it is. Like, actually, even though we are, one of the smaller ones.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But growing up, like my dad's like childhood friend growing up, Norm Roberts, he was the head coach at St. John's, and so I used to go to all the St. John's camps in the summer. We used to go to the games, watching like DJ Kennedy, D'Angelo Harrison,
those guys are tough.
Dwight Hardy, like they had some guys. So like I like kind of grew up watching St. John's, and so that was another reason. Like my whole family's still in Queens, and so like they was gonna be able to come see me play. And so that was another reason why I went there. Like I was away at school. Like I essentially been away since I was 15. Like I was up Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Indiana, and like this was kind of like a homecoming in a sense. Like so it was a good
And so how did that year at St. John's end up going? Like how, you're playing for Mike Anderson, who's put pros out, and obviously again another situation that could go better, but like how did that go? How was that year? I know you get only 1 year. I mean, kind of almost a pro model, right? Like you got to kill in the year so you can.
And then even before that, like talk a little bit about like COVID leading into this because it's so crazy that like COVID is a part of a bunch of our experiences. But like talk about COVID going into St. John's and then when you were at St. John's.
COVID was crazy. Like I remember we were. I think it was Big Ten tournament, like where it was in Indianapolis, and we were like in the hotel watching. I think low-key, before, because Carson was with the Celtics already, and I had just seen the thing with Rudy Gobert with the thing, like
we was touching on the
and I heard like the NBA shut down. We was just getting out of like shoot around. I called Carson up. I'm like, yo, bro, like everything shut down. He's like, yeah, bro, they about to call it, and then so. I'm thinking like, all right, so why are we still like if the NBA shut down? So we get done with shoot around. We're back in the hotel. And we're watching like I think we had a bye, so we weren't playing first day. we're watching like Nebraska versus somebody, and I don't think they said it wasn't COVID, but the Nebraska coach was on the bench like sick as hell, and they had to take him to the hospital. We're like, oh nah, it's wraps. Like,
nah, that's crazy.
Like you could look like, bro, he during the game he was on the bench like sick, and so then they called it, and then I'm trying to think what happened after that. Like we went back to Purdue. I think we were just chilling. Like I think they called, like they canceled classes, and like we weren't working out, so it was like a weird period. So I think I went home, and when I came home, everything was shut down, like masks, like you could barely get into stores and stuff. Right. I remember it was like I'm trying to go to Walmart in Norwalk. There was like a line. Yeah,
yo,
they had like a line outside.
Yes, bro.
I'm like, oh nah.
And they had like the 6 feet apart.
Yo, for the line. Yep.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And so I was home for a little bit. I can't remember the time, like what time of year this was. Like it was probably spring. And then I ended up, because we had an apartment at Purdue, I ended up going back out because a couple of my teammates were out there, and like it was weird. Like it's crazy that certain areas of the country is different. Like you go like the stores are open, restaurants are open out there. Like I'm like nobody wearing masks. I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, so yeah, that the COVID thing, and then I think we got to a point where we started working out in the summer. They're like, we had to get tested every day, wearing masks when we work out. Like it was like only 2 people was allowed to work out and stuff, like together. They cleaning the ball. I'm like, bro, I'm about to go to the apartment, like, and I'm gonna be playing a game with them. Like, I think we could work out, but I don't know. Like looking back, it was a crazy time. Like,
no, that was the hard. I think that was like really hard. Just like everybody's routine is broken up, and
like nobody knew what was going on, so it's like
the unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Just being like, what do we do? What's going on?
Yeah, right.
So,
I mean, they was trying to take precaution, but crazy. I'm glad we passed.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. And then St. John's happened. How was that year?
Yeah, Mike Anderson, funny, bro. Like, bro, he just be playing mind games, like, cause I came in the summer and I'm like, I remember Van, the assistant, like, I'm playing well, like I'm kind of like, our team was nice though, like, we had guys, and so we in the summer, I'm kind of killing, and Van was like, he's like, yo, you averaged 3 points at Purdue? He was like, yo, if you average 3 points this year, you shouldn't be playing, bro. Like basically, like I should do better this year. I just started laughing, like. And so I just started getting my confidence back. Like summertime, we was really just hooping. Like even in practice, like we were just playing fives. Like, and so I was able to just go against guys, like trying to get my confidence back. And then like Mike Anderson, a little similar to my AAU coach Vinny for Mass Rivals. Like he just like get mad over little stuff. Like if you don't do one thing, he'll take you out and like just get tight, like just get it, whatever. So it was like little stuff like I'd do, like I'll lay the ball up, not dunk it. He's like, get out. Like I'm like, damn, bro. Like, and so at the beginning of the season, like he was kind of jerking me a little bit, like I wasn't playing that much, and it actually got to a point like it was like COVID was still kind of around, and I think it was like the first conference game, I think we played like DePaul or something at home. And that week we had like 3 or 4 guys like get out with COVID. So we only had like 8 guys that were able to play. And like at this point he's kind of jerking me and stuff, and then he kind of had to like play me. Like I don't know if I started, but I played like 25 minutes. I didn't even have a crazy game. I probably had like 5 points, 5 rebounds, maybe like 2 or 3 blocks. Like I just was like active, like I was making plays, and you know I played well. And then after that, I think it was another game we played Pitt at the Garden. I did okay, but then like I just started hitting a stride where like he was playing me a little bit more, and I was making the most of my minutes. I have like 12 points in like 20 minutes. You know, 3 for 4 from 3 and stuff like that. And then once like we got into the middle of conference play, like I was like rolling, like I was hooping, like so, you know, I wish, you know, in the beginning it, you know, it worked out where like he was just let me rock out, but he always used to say, like, I'm gonna get it out of you. Like, my dad used to call him, like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, like, why you, because he always, like, he preached to my dad, like, how much he loved me and stuff, which I'm sure he did, but, like, it was kind of, like, tough love.
Yeah.
Right.
And, yeah, like, he always just say he was gonna get it out of me. Like, he kind of just was playing mind games, but it worked out. You know, I'm grateful for that year.
I think that's important, too, though, because, like, even though he did have the relationship, he still treated you as
if
like,
right?
you were any other kid. Like,
sure.
any other kid would have to go through this process in order to, like, almost earn my respect. Like, I know what he is, but, like, he got to show me, and then now I could say, okay, now I feel comfortable doing this. Even though, like, you know, sometimes you feel like certain people, like, oh, you looking out for the kid, but, like, clearly it could just be something else that they're doing in order to get a certain, like, thing out of this kid to perform at the level that they need him to.
And, like, I don't ever take, like, I feel like I do a pretty good job of being level-headed, but, like, I don't ever take, like, coaching personally, because it's like, I mean, even, like, Coach Painter used to say it, like, he's like, yo, I don't, like I just want to win. Like, he's trying to do what he has to do to win. And it's like with Mike Anderson, he's like, I wasn't the only one he was doing that to. Like, that's his little philosophy. And so it's like, all right, it's not like he just picking on me. Like, I just got to figure out how to make him happy. Like, so yeah, I try not to take coaching personal. Like, cause it's really, at the end of the day, it's not like they really like somebody over. It's just they providing what they want. The coach wants more. So you just got to figure out how to make the coach happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, and so, like, that's important for them to hear. We got a couple more minutes, but we need to touch on your pro career so far. Like, we definitely do.
Yeah.
2022, you got drafted 3rd overall, I believe.
Yeah.
In the G League draft.
Go before that, man. You entered the draft, went undrafted, got picked up by Miami Heat Summer League.
Let's do Summer League, right?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about the Summer League.
And we was out there.
Summer
in
League.
Vegas.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. But yeah, Summer League was like even before that, I had a couple workouts.
How did that go?
Yeah,
what was out of that process?
Workouts that's cool. Like, I mean, you getting treated like highest of highs. Like, put you on a flight, usually like a leg room seat, sometimes first class. Put up in a hotel. You could get meals and stuff. Like, basically, like, you remember, like, Mike Coward, but nah. But nah, it's a good experience. Like, you get there, though, it's just, like, super quick. Like, you usually get there 8 p.m. that evening, got to wake up, like, 8 a.m., like, and get to working out, like, do tests and stuff like that. So you just got to be kind of locked in, like, and guys in that, in that workout is trying to get, they trying to get money.
How many guys are in the workout with you?
It's usually 6.
Okay.
Or 5 other guys.
Okay.
So, like, 6 including me. And so it's mostly... The workouts is, like, not that, like, hard. You know what I mean? It's just, like, you just got to be efficient and be, like, showcase what you could do. Like,
so that's why, I mean, again, we could keep talking. I just got to make sure. But with that, like, I've been told people saying it's hard on the conditioning side. Like, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good with, like, running, so that's a different perspective. Yeah. But, like, it is, like, not easy. But not all teams do it. Like, I remember I was at the Celtics. They got, like, a 3-minute run where you just run baseline to baseline 3 minutes. Like, and it's like, I think they try to tell you to get, like, or they'll tell you, like, oh, the record's 29. So, like, you're going to try to get 29. But then there's some dudes that's just like, nah, it's quiet. Like, they just kind of jogging through it. Like, which I mean, but they just want to test. I think it's just a mental test to, like, push through. And so, and then I think the Wizards, it was similar. Maybe it was like 2 minutes or something, but you had to get, like, I don't know, like 7 or like maybe like 20 or something. Like, you had to or something. Like, and so that one was, I think that one was worse because it was like you had to get this number. But, like, I think I only did like 5 or 6 workouts, but those were the only 2 I could remember that did conditioning.
And then did they help with recovery or?
Yeah, you have access to all that after.
Because,
like,
again, I
I
don't know. People don't know. Like,
what's it called? You get to the facility, they give you, like, they have chefs and stuff there, so you get access to that. get breakfast. Yeah, it's like workouts be wavy.
And when you said tests, like, are they like just like measuring your physicals and stuff
Pretty
like that,
much.
or are they actually like taking blood?
No, not like it's basically like physics. Like, so you'll get to the facility, you'll get some breakfast. They'll get you there early, so you get breakfast, and then you'll get with like the strength coach, and then you'll start doing like measurements, like height, weight, wingspan. I think they do body fat. Couple other things, and I think if I might, because a few years ago, I think you do like vertical, like some like little sprint tests and stuff like that. And then you get to the workout. The workout only be like maybe like an hour. Like it's not like the hardest workout you ever went through in your life. Like it's just a lot of like 1-on-1 off closeouts or like 3-on-3 and stuff.
Like the basics.
Exactly. It's like kind of just hooping, and then it's a section where they like at the end. You'll do shooting, like they'll do like 50, like with the Celtics, they just did.
The Celtics shooting?
Nah, it was just 100 shots from like 20 each spot, like that's it.
Yo, y'all heard that? He wasn't doing 50 in and outs and crossovers, and he was doing basic one dribble pull up, shots, layups, catch and shoot. Okay.
The other teams I went to, it'd be like, I think they call it like 55 shooting, where it's like you do like 5 makes, or maybe not 5 shots from like 11 different movements. So like you'll do catch and shoot corner, then slide to the corner, then lift up, then like go top of the key, get away, trail 3, then top of the key is dribble up, and then same thing other side. And it's just like, I guess you competing with the other guys, just trying to get the most. You know what I mean? Like so.
And then the reason why I asked about the conditioning and then the recovery is because you got to then turn around. Some of these agents and some of these players have to turn around, get on a flight, and go somewhere else.
Some of the guys that's like on the fringe again, or like first, second round, bro, within like a month span, they're doing like 20 workouts.
See, and this is where we talk.
Because even my guy, I was in France this year. He got drafted to the Knicks, like 51st. I was trying to explain to him because he flew all the way from France to New York, then had to fly to Portland, and like was going like just, he was like, bro, this is tiring. I was like, yo, I was telling you, like you going from different time zones, like you going on flights. Like it really be the traveling is worse on your body than the actual like working out. Yeah. Cause it's like sitting in the airport, then you got to drive.
So
like,
do they set you up with gear, or are you bringing your stuff?
No, they get you right too. Like,
is it like shoes? Everything?
Nah. You bring your shoes. Right. But they'll give you socks, compression, shorts, t-shirts, and like.
So you traveling super light, basically just kicks and like
you really don't need much essentials. For real.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, because I mean, God forbid, like one of the guys. Remember, I sent it in our group chat. Like the dude had a workout. It was like his last one. Popped his Achilles.
Oh, I heard.
I do remember you sending it. It was like his 4th, right?
Yeah, it was like his 4th and like 4 days.
I feel like I can't remember what it was,
but like that's what the reason why I'm saying, like, it's just like, again, this is your dream. Like you got to fight through stuff, but it's like also like that could be
you could fuck me up. But then you look at an Ace Bailey and everybody's giving him shit for not wanting to work out, but it's like he still got drafted. Like, you know what I mean? He still got drafted, and they knew what type of talent he was. So I can't knock him. But at the same time,
that's like the same thing with college football. Like guys will sit out the bowl game. Right. They know they're about to be top 10. I got to protect this investment.
I can't risk it. Yeah, like it's an important investment.
Yeah. So I ain't mad at that.
So then like Steve said, from there you got drafted in that
in the G League. So I did summer league. Okay. I did summer league. It was like I didn't play much, but you know, it was good to just be in that space, like around all the guys and stuff. Like it kind of just like, oh, I'm here, kind of like I'm here, or this is where I'm trying to get to. But you know, I didn't play much. It was a good experience though. I still got like on the map with some teams, and then I was grateful enough to get drafted 3rd to the in the G League draft.
Was Quincy McKnight in that draft too?
Yeah,
he went to the Mad Ants, right?
Yeah. He played that year too, right? Yeah, I don't think I played him, but he was doing well in the G too. But so I went to Charlotte's G League team, Greensboro, and then I was there for like until like December. Like I wasn't really playing well, I'm gonna be honest, but it was also like I wasn't getting much opportunity, but also I wasn't, even if I got in, I wasn't really doing much. So it was like kind of both ways.
Was that a little humbling too? Like kind of like, damn, like, okay, like I'm back to this point where
I'm gonna be honest. Like it was more the fact like yeah, that, but also it's like, damn, like this is mad political because like I'm seeing dudes like
that's feel like not better than you.
Yeah, and that's just playing because like they might have an Exhibit 10 or 2A. So that was like kind of annoying to a sense where it's like, damn, like it's not like I feel like my hands are tied, like I can't really do much, you know. But so yeah, that was that, and then I wasn't playing well, so they ended up cutting me in like December. It was like the G League Showcase.
Yeah.
It was actually right before that. I was kind of tight. So I got
usually in Toronto, right, or something.
Nah, I think it'd be in Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed.
Yeah. Maybe they changed it. I'm not sure.
No. I think it's a different spots, but I think it definitely. You're right. I think it was Vegas.
And so I got cut right before that. And then it was all right because I got to get home with the family for Christmas. So I was home for like a week, and then my agent called me. It was like the GM from the Windy City team trying to talk to you. Yeah, and so talked to them, and then he was like, all right, we'll talk to your agent. And then like the next day they was like, yeah, we need you to fly out by like Monday.
Damn.
I was like, all right, bet, we out. And so I got out there, and trying to think, like I think we went on a road trip, or maybe my first game was actually in Indiana, and I don't think I played. But and then we had a couple games. I think my first game I played was in Detroit, and I came in, played all right, had like 7 points, made a couple jump shots, had a couple block shots, and so I kind of like started gaining the coach trust and stuff, and then he threw me in there. So then we came to Long Island,
right.
And so it was fire. My family came out, and like this is like the best, probably up to that point, the best game I played. Like I had a little alley-oop dunk, I'm making plays and stuff, and like we had this big comeback win, and like I was playing, so like I was in the mix with that, and so like from there like I just kept kind of creeping into the rotation, and then it got to a point we had this one like European guy that would come down, and he was up with the Bulls for a minute, and like that's the thing, like with me at that point I'm like, yo, I just gotta figure it out. Like they were playing me at the 5, like
I think so. I remember me like I said, like CT over everybody. Like I'm a fan, right? So when I was watching, and you was with the Windy City Bulls,
I was playing a lot of the 5. I'm looking like, yo, what? Like, are you sure you want me to do it? Like,
but I'm, like, even watching, I'm like, okay, like he's doing all that. I'm like, yo, he ain't got a couple minutes up there.
Yeah, right.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
like,
right.
There's not like, especially like the Bulls at the time.
Yeah,
I'm not saying like, oh, the NBA is a slouch.
That's
whatever.
what I mean, though.
I'm like, yo, there wasn't 3 or 4 minutes for him up there. Like even if you went up, like you said, you went up, you ain't do shit.
Yeah,
cool,
right.
whatever. Like let my man touch the A real quick, and then it'd be that. Like I just felt like at least
a lot of stuff that go into that.
Especially like for me, when I'm looking at a player that you're putting outside of his position, you're making him do other things. He's doing all this other stuff, and then he's still playing well. To me, that's a player that's valuable, and that's a player that could be on the next level or in the locker room. Like, even in the locker room, it wouldn't matter. Like if you was just in there, just rah, let's go, guys. Like
I could do that. I learned to do that too at Purdue.
That's something.
What's bro's name? Theo. Not Theo.
Oh yeah,
Thanasis?
No,
the dude from UNC.
Yeah.
He
said I'm the biggest cheerleader.
Nah,
I don't think. When was the last time he touched the court?
Probably the Nets when he was on the Nets.
It's crazy.
And
he's doing his podcast now.
But that's what, like for me. It's like I don't know. It's weird to see like
it's just I don't even get tight about it because like I just know it's a lot that go into it where it's like really out of your control. So it's like I didn't see dudes average 20 in the G League
and not
like,
go up.
Touch.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird for me because like as a keep the main thing. Like is it not just basketball? Like at the end of the day, like can this guy not move up? Like, and I know like you draft a guy 4th.
Yeah, you gotta let him rock.
I get it. He gotta play. I'm not saying send him down. That'd be crazy. But I'm saying like, yo, there's 15 spots.
Yeah.
I'm sure some like you never know. Throw him in real quick. You never know. Yeah. I don't know
so with that, like they was playing me a lot at the 5. Like it was games. I don't know if y'all remember Daniel Aturu.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yep.
Like he was on my G League team. Like he's a dog. Like he was like all Big Ten, and he was there when I was there. He's on the team, and like it was to the point like they was starting me at the 5, and like he was coming off the bench. I'm looking at because that's my guy. I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like I'm just trying to hoop. Like, and so like I was making the most of it, and then it got to a point where I was able to get into the 4 in the mix, but it was like good because like if I needed some minutes, like if they needed me to play the 5, I could slide in there too. So I was just trying to make the most of my minutes, and it ended up being like a good situation. Like I was playing really well. I think I was averaging like 9 and like 4, which is like pretty good for the minutes I was getting. And then and so then that wrapped up. I'm trying to think. Oh, after that, because the season ended early. Like, it ended in like March.
You went to Mexico.
Yeah,
right?
And so then I seen some guys like that were in the G League that were going over. Like, I hadn't been to Europe yet, but they're like going over to Europe and playing get like a 2-3 month contract to end the season. So I was in my agent like trying to do that, like see if I could get somewhere in Europe for like 2-3 months, get some decent money, and the Mexico piece popped up. And I was like, all right, let's do it. Oh, the reason I really went because my teammate, remember Nojel Eastern from Purdue?
Yep.
He was on the team in Mexico. So I'm like, all right, if I go down there, like, that's my guy. That's my roommate. Yeah, that's my roommate. Like, that's really my guy. So I was like, all right, I'll be down there with him. We could hoop. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. Like, it was only, I think it was like it was the end of their season. I think I ended up being down there for 2 months. And I just like, because I was hooping at St. John's toward the end, but like the G League situation, it kind of like went back a little bit to where I was at Purdue. So I was like, yo, I just want to like start trying to build my resume, like showing teams like what I'm, my potential. So I went down to Mexico, and I was in there playing like the 3, like handling the ball, coming off ball screens and stuff, and I was hooping. And like, I feel like it's not the most respected league, but I feel like the main thing is just like if you go to like a league that might not be the best, you just gotta kill, Like I got some like good film out of it and stuff. And then
you won some awards too, though, right?
Yeah. Oh no, Mexico.
That was when he went to
that was
Slovakia.
Okay. But I'm tight though. We lost in the championship. The team down there we lost to though. Remember Whaley from UConn, Isaiah Whaley, big dude. He's like my grade. They had LeGerald Vick from Kansas.
I know the name. Yeah, I remember him.
I think Shamari was on the team. So like it was actually that. Yeah, like that's why I was down there, and like I feel like it wasn't like the most highly respected league, but I'm like, bro, it's dudes down here. Like,
I mean, I heard they pay well too. That's probably why you're able to get so many of those G League American players.
And it's a short season, so like.
That's what Puerto Rico and DR is, that too.
And so then, I ended up, after Mexico, I ended up changing agents just because we wasn't on the same page. And then, so I like got my new agent like right when I was leaving Mexico. And
is that like through an agency, or is it something like a friend of a friend that has this?
So actually, the agent I'm with now, it's the same agent I switched to. My dad is good friends with Terry Tarpey Pops.
Okay.
So they was just talking. I think he mentioned like, Aaron's thinking about switching agents. He's like, yo, you should talk to Terry agent. He been with him since he been a pro, and like Terry been in like first league France for like 8 years, like 8-9 years. Granted, he do got the passport, but still, that's to show like his agent got some connections and stuff. And so I was talking to a few agents. It was one in a European agent with this big agency, but they were like, they were like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, we kind of go after guys that's gonna be EuroLeague. Like, we don't know if you're there. I was like, respect, like that's cool. Right. Like, I'm not there, but and so I talked to a few other ones. And I got on the phone. His name Mike Main. He just seemed real cool. Like, he honest too. Like, he maps. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be tough to get you out. Like, get you somewhere high level in Europe out of Mexico, but I think you 1 year away and stuff. And so, I switched to him, and so I came home. I was home for like maybe like 2 months, and like I feel like this is kind of time, like I wasn't signed yet even at this time, like mid to late August. So I didn't hear from like the team in Slovakia until like last week of August, because I remember at my brother's birthday at the end of August, I was home for his birthday, and my agent called me. He's like, yeah, this team in Slovakia, I'm like, because I feel like I'm seeing my peers and stuff where they're going. I'm like, like I'm seeing firstly Italy, firstly France and stuff. I'm like, damn, I could be there. But it got to a point I was like, let's do it. Because I just wanted the ball to be in my court. Like, if I go out there and I don't do well, then it's like, all right, that's on me.
Yeah. Right.
But, like, if I just wait home and, like, wait for the perfect opportunity, like, then, like it could never come. So I was like, all right, let me just go out there, let me kill, and then, like, try to help myself. Like, I did what I can do. And so I went out there, a little bit of a slow start. And then it got to like end of November, December. I was just killing. Like it just because I remember I talked to my boy at Purdue. He's on the staff now, PJ Thompson. I just used it because he played overseas for like 1 year and then he came to coaching. I would check in with him. I'd tell him my numbers. Be like, yeah, I'm at like 11-6 right now. You think those are good enough numbers?
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna be honest. That's probably not gonna cut it. Like, and so I just like had to look at myself. I'm like, all right, I really gotta just kill. And then, yeah, I just went on a tear out there, had a good year. And then actually, when we were in playoffs in Slovakia, my agent called me and was like, this team in France is interested in you. I was like, damn, all right. Because I feel like the jump I made is kind of like a big jump.
Yeah.
But because like I was doing, like I killed, I had a lot of awards and stuff. But
let's talk about that because I had to write it down.
So
he's SBL MVP, SBL Finals MVP. Y'all won the championship, right? And then SBL Import Player of the Year. That's all in 1 year. So pretty much took home every possible winning award he could.
Crazy.
So killing, like we talked about it on the pod a little bit when Shake was here. It's like, killing sounds different, right? Like that's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't just over there. Oh yeah, no, he was killing like MVP, championship, import player of the year. Like, so I know he's not gonna say it, so I'm gonna boast him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he was out there. He was out there wilding.
Yeah, but then that goes to your point. You say you basically you just bet on yourself. You killed it. And now you are where you want to be, or not.
Because I wasn't like, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't like the best living. It's Slovakia. It's not the best country. I was in a little village, like it was tough. Like I'm there, I'm like, damn, what am I doing here and stuff. But I think I was able to just like lock in and just say to myself like, all right, what's the goal with this? Like this not the end goal. Like where I'm at in Slovakia, like. Don't dwell on where you at. Like, at least try to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just was trying to make my agent job easier. Like, give him, some fuel to, like, boost me up. Because, like, if I was just to go there and average, like, I'm not saying it's terrible, but, like, 10-5, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at. So, that year, just able to lock in, just set me up for the future,
Right.
So.
And then how did the year go this year?
Yeah, France was interesting, like, cause our coach, like, our rotation was so deep. We played like 10, 11 guys, and so like nobody on the team played more than like 23 minutes a game. Like we were pretty much splitting time. Like it was 2 at like every position, and so like I was coming off the bench at the 4 and the starting 4. Like I probably played 19 minutes a game. He played like 21, 22 minutes a game. So. It was hard to like, cause it was like he would do like after the first 3 minutes of the game, like sub the whole bench in, like take everybody out, and so it was hard to get in a rhythm. But we had a really like successful year. Like we finished top 4. Like it was like the first time that organization went top 4 and like since like 1990 or something like that. Wow. So like we had a really good year. We went to the semifinal. I think we lost in the semifinal of like the FIBA Europe Cup, like the international thing. And so, it was like, it was up and down, like I feel like I didn't have the best numbers. I think I was at like 8.5 and like 3. I shot it well, shot like 38 from 3. But I think it helped. Like I think they prioritize winning in Europe. So like being on a winning team helped a lot. Showing I could like contribute on a winning team. So I think that helped me like progress. Like Europe is funny, like at the high level in EuroLeague, like bro, you'll see guys making like 7 figures, averaging like 7-8 points a game. But like they just value role players. Like, you know, it's even less than the NBA. Like the role players in Europe are like, you know, like kind of like do the dirty work type of guys. Like I feel like role players in the league now could still average 15. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
I think, and I talk about this again. We kind of have to wrap it up, but like college basketball scene right now, it's like almost 1-year contracts, right?
Oh yeah,
you do, and you go
Europe, bro.
But that's what I said. It's the European style. So you may like Kansas this year has a bunch of guys that came in. I'm like, how is everyone going to play? Like, and your
like
star
St.
players
John's
are St. John's is another one. They have an incredibly deep team.
Yeah.
Not everyone's going to touch the court.
Yeah.
So like, you're being paid to be a role player, and you're making.
And you got to do what you do, your role really well.
Nah,
and I think that's important.
Exactly.
That's the point of like, they're not letting you in and out
cross. I think
that's all that.
I think that's what the Purdue thing helped me, because like it's kind of like a similar type of role I was in at Purdue, but I feel like I made more of it this year in France. Like it was pretty like similar. Like coach wasn't having me like, you know, do much off the dribble. Like it was just closeouts, catch and shoot, you know, play hard and stuff like that. But like I feel like I was able to maximize it more than I did at Purdue, and I think that's because I went through it already. You know, like I was like, all right, this is not the first time this happened. Like, you know, so.
And then is it public knowledge where you're going next year?
Yeah.
Okay, so where will you be going next year?
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing in Israel.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what's he leaves on Friday. We talked about that.
In the top league.
Yeah,
the top league in Israel. So now he's like you just said, like my peers at the top. I'm at the top league finally, but you had to take your own path.
Yeah,
and I think that's the biggest thing to take from like. Guys, thank you guys for like watching this. Like it's again, it was a very in-depth conversation, honestly, and I wish we can keep going, but I gotta I just texted a parent, like, you know, but no, we appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir.
Drop what you want that whoever follow. We don't have a huge following yet, but like it's big enough right now. But drop your social.
Yeah, I just be on Instagram for real, but it's A_wheels. Yeah.
A-Wheels. Yeah. But appreciate you coming on.
Sure. Nah, it's been love.
Yeah, man. And then,
what it is.
Well, we're gonna keep tabs, obviously.
Sure,
I got Synergy, so I get to watch.
Yeah.
I get access. I get access to watch all these things.
Yeah, Steve will send me highlights. That's what
he
always does.
I gotta tell Jordan, Jonas post me. So, damn.
ISO. He don't be showing Jonas, you over here being Hollywood. You got 80K followers. You over here being Hollywood, man. But appreciate you guys tuning in to the Basketball List. This is a great episode. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow us.
Comment down below. Let us know who want to be on. If you want to be on, hit us up. If you want to follow A-Wheels, follow them. You know what I'm saying? Keep up, keep in tap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And for you 203 followers, 860, this is a CT kid that made it. So
absolutely.
He just told you his whole story. Don't be discouraged at where you're at. Just know where the goal is the goal. You just got to work and go from there. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace.